being governed by some very dark overlords. Here's why I say this. Listen to Tucker and Roseanne.
I think it's a very dark system that was created over, I don't know how many centuries, but, I think it goes back to really dark times, and it's never disappeared. It's like they've been building and building for a really long time.
This is an incredible interview with Roseanne Barr and Tucker Carlson. They're talking about Nimrod, of all things. Back a few years ago, Hillary Clinton was inquiring in her lost emails, requesting documentation pertaining to the resurrection chamber of Gilgamesh, the location of his body, and the location of the buried Nephilim. That's Gilgamesh or Nimrod. And what Tucker Carlson was saying that this is more of a religious, theological type of realm that he's really not familiar with. And Roseanne, she's bringing all this up, talking about who runs the world. These people, they think they're gods. There's no wonder why they think they're gods. And if you know anything about the Nephilim, it's recorded in the Bible. It's Numbers 13, verse 33, and also in Genesis, where it talks about the sons of God coming down, which are the fallen angels, coming down and mating with the daughters of men. And these are the men of renown, these fallen entities, these gods. And it's a peculiar thing that Hillary Clinton was inquiring about the resurrection chamber of Nimrod. And it should be more of a common knowledge thing, like Tucker Carlson talks about. He alludes to that there's more going on than what we actually know. Our history is not being told to us. You just have to watch this interview. It's pretty enlightening.
God's the only one who doesn't need to explain or apologize. He's the only one. And the people who run our society consider themselves gods, and that's why they're not explaining.
Boy, they do. They don't think they have to.
Oh, I've noticed.
They don't think. I think I was talking to somebody, and they said to me, well, they think they're more than human.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah. I go, they're not even human, because humans care about their environment and their neighbors, and humans care about other people's children.
Of course.
And humans care about living things.
Yes.
But they don't do any of that. And he goes, because they think they're more than human.
Oh, I noticed.
They
That's
think
why they
they're
want to live
royals.
forever.
They think they're like royals in a rarefied sphere of DNA or something above us. Like, did they come from another planet? When you hear people talk, I can't either. But
this is the podcast to speculate on it, though.
Well, because some people say, a lot of religious people, they're into some deep rabbit holes of things, and I don't know anything.
Well, you can see why they are, though. I mean, so speaking for myself, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if this is the Nephilim.
I was going to say.
I don't.
I know.
Here we go.
That's what I said.
No. Let me just say. I said I don't know
anything
anything about that stuff. Okay, I'm a very ordinary middle-aged man who spent his life following politics and theology, but I do know that whatever's going on is very deep.
Yeah,
I've spent my whole life around politicians and seen decisions get made, interviewed people who run things, and what's happening now is qualitatively different. So different that it's not in the same category at all.
No.
This is hurting people for the sake of hurting them. This is lying for the sake of lying. This is, as the devil hates holy water, they hate the truth. You tell the truth about anything. It almost doesn't matter what it's about. It doesn't have to be about the next election.
Right.
It can just be about history, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Telling the truth about history. Why should that offend anybody?
That really pisses
Periods
me
where
off.
everyone's dead. And we can't, of course, change the past, so there's nothing really at stake for us now, right? You would think people would welcome open-minded historical inquiry to get closer to what actually happened in whatever period or in whatever event. They hate that.
Yes.
Well, what are you watching? You're watching someone who hates the truth because it's true. And there's no possible profit motive that is driving that. There's no political end that is driving that. They hate the truth because it's true. Now we're in the realm of theology.
Yeah, we are.
That's all that is. I mean, and I
think
can't
so,
possibly
too.
explain it, but that's what that is.